Hey bitch, so I get a lot of DMs of people sending me messages about their story, about how they relate to my story. If you don't know who I am, my name is Eric. I am a survivor of multiple sexual assaults and I'm a recovering addict after 17 years, coming up to my 2-year anniversary. I got a message yesterday and I asked the person if it's okay if I made a video about this because I thought it was super important and hold on one second. It starts off with, I'm sure you get many messages. You may never see this. I want to start first by saying I think you're an amazing person. I came across your videos a few months ago and it was instant follow. One of those videos you had mentioned that you were sexually assaulted and I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm not sure how old you were, but my daughter, who is 13, was sexually assaulted almost 2 years ago. Every day is so hard for her. She's in therapy. I'm there for her as much as I can be. I tell her she won't think about it forever. Is there any advice you can have to help her to get through these days? I never thought I would be asking a creator for help. You seem so strong and I know it was hard for you. I want that for her. I want her to dance and smile. I just know you're an amazing person. I'm so proud of you. First of all, to that creator, I messaged back. I want to say thank you for sending me that message and how brave you and your daughter are. This was my response. Hi, first off, I'm sorry about your daughter. Putting her in therapy is amazing. Not many parents do or would. For me, it took a while to remove that shame and blame, realizing it was my fault. But those shoulda, coulda, and wouldas would just stay there. When I was in trauma rehab, my therapist had me write a letter to my rapist, and it had to be pen to paper, not on a computer or a laptop. Because pen to paper really gets out the emotions, whatever it may be at that moment. And whatever I wrote, I never changed, corrected, or made it sound better. I left it for what it was. Every person is different on how they recover from it. You wanting those things for her is amazing. Just be supportive and not forceful. She needs to find her power. It took me a long time to smile and laugh authentically, but at some point I found it. I'm not a therapist and I'm also much older than her, so not sure how children heal from this, to be honest. Here's the thing. Rapists and predators go on with their lives. Survivors have to fix their lives for many years, and it's an ongoing process. This is why I tell my story, for messages like this. We have to remember that sexual assaults do not discriminate. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter what age you are, what gender you are, what sexual orientation you are, what race you are, what political affiliation you are. Now, when my first sexual assault happened, I was 30 years old, and so I cannot imagine what it's like for a child, because it was so hard as an adult. And like I said, I am not a therapist, I'm just a person with experience. And if you are a parent of a child who was SA'd, just have kindness, just have compassion, and just have understanding, and let them figure this out in their own time with someone who is a specialist in this. I always said that I am never going to be the same person I was before my sexual assaults, and they probably won't either. One day they will smile again, one day they will dance again, one day they will just be carefree. And make sure that they trust their therapist. Make sure they have a good relation with their therapist. And don't get upset if they don't tell you everything. Let them tell their therapist. At 30 years old, I hid it from my family for at least 5 to 6 years before I even told them what happened to me. And if you are a victim of sexual assault, there are so many resources out there for you. One is the Joyful Heart Foundation that Mariska Hargitay is part of. And the other one is Rainn, Rainn, and they are both .org. If you go to these websites, they will have other resources that might fit you better. Whether you are a parent of a young child, whether you are queer, trans, Native American, there are so many different types of hotlines out there to help you specifically. Remember, you are not alone, and there are people out there who are willing to help you and help you heal and live a lovely, thriving life. Much love.